Good evening, everybody. Welcome to RSF1, Season 10, Division 4, Round 8 in China. And we're going to get everything up. There we go. China is... I can't figure out if I really like it or if I really don't like it. I don't like Sector 1 much, to be quite honest. There's a car on track. Ah, it's Alves. There we go. I can't figure out if I really like it or if I don't. I don't like Sector 1 because of this bit, because I'm bad at it. I really enjoy Sector 2 from the tight right-hander onwards. So get rid of the first turn in Sector 2, I like it. And then Sector 3, I don't like the long swinging right-hander. And then it's quite basic, isn't it? The long straight. Not very often that there's a safety car involved in China. I think I've raced 4 or 5 times in division racing in China, and there's only been a safety car once, which was actually the only time I've raced on F1 23. I'm not saying that there's some kind of mad conspiracy about more safety cars this game, but it does, well, I don't think it means anything really. Well, so we're gonna ride on board with Penrose for now. We've got a long time to go in Q1. We've got quite a lot of the usual suspects back, so Immortal and Rogue are both back in the McLarens. We've got Diverse Jamie and Brit Grit in the Williams car. Bradshaw has replaced Skull Kid in Alpine. MT and Carrot are back in Mercedes and that's 52% battery left for Alves already. I'm not quite too sure he's managed to lose so much battery, but going to ride on board with Alves to begin with, although Dark Shadow is on a lap, and Kabuki is coming on a lap too, so we might ride on board with Kabuki. We'll see. We'll see. We'll give Alves a little bit longer. Alves with a purple Sector 1, of course, goes without saying. And do I like his line here? I don't dislike his line there. I'm not too sure about that bit. That looked a little bit slow to me. He whips it around. That was a nice line. I like that from Alves. He's not going to get any tow from anyone. Thought maybe he might have caught the Ferrari, but the Ferrari is going for it now. We'll see how much of an effect having 33% ERS has, and he's actually down to 25 now already. So this could be a lap for Alves that could have been so much better. This will get him to recharge a little bit back up. He's up to 11%. It might be enough. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like when you get down to like sub 10%, the battery becomes less effective. And there we go, it's a 135.7 for Alves, and from what I remember, that's not a great time. So let's see what Kabuki's got. Although Immortal's on an outlap, so we're going to ride on board with Immortal actually, because Kabuki's nearly finished. Immortal's invalidated already, look. Rogue's time to shine. Got a little bit of a tow there maybe from his teammate. We've also got Old Manzo, I think, who's just starting. Stars as well, just behind TYG Rogue, so we're going to get some of the big hitters. Diverse Jamie on an outlap, as is Days Freak and Penrose. Pretty good Gravedigger Carrot, Dark Shadow on the pits. MT the Mighty does a 134.3. Just finished his lap. Was Ferrari about to cross the line now? That was LCFC Dave, who does a 133.7. Oh no, it's a mistake from Rogue. His medium tyres, and that is going to cost him dearly. At least it was on a medium. Oh no, this is another outlap for Rogue. Looking at his battery. Is he going for a full lap now? I might rather spectate old Manzi, to be honest. He's nearly finished. Rogue is now using his ERS, so I guess we'll watch him now. 137.1 from Rogue, but wasn't full blast. And is Immortal going to check the tyres? Immortal is actually on softs. We're going to watch Immortal actually, since he is old Manzi's closest rival. Old Manzi is about to cross the line. He does a 133.3, it's just behind his teammate. So Stars looking good here. We're trying to keep things nice and tidy. Not do what his teammate did and spin it a little bit. There's a slow Ferrari in sector 3 on the main straight. Adam Moore has left the session. He is in the pits, so it's not too much of a problem. There's a Haas coming in as well. There's I think that's Diverse Jamie about to cross the line now. We'll see what time he's going to do. He must have invalidated. He did invalidate. Right at the end as well. That's disaster for Diverse Jamie. And Rogue crosses. No, Rogue must have invalidated somewhere again. Immortal's about to cross the line. It's a 133 dead for Immortal. He goes just behind, really just behind Bradshaw, and a lot behind Mr. Adam Moore. Mr. Adam Moore likes this track clearly. Quick Mick is on an outlap, so we'll be trying to keep an eye on him. Diverse Jamie, I'm not too sure what's going to go on here. There's not a lot of people. Who's the closest to it? It's probably going to be Gravedigger, the closest person to doing a lap. Quick Mick is just entering sector 2 now. Mr. Neon is on an outlap, the Haas driver, another fast man to keep an eye out for. And I think we've also got a Motive Carrot just entering sector 2 there as Mr. Adam Moore has joined back. Gravedigger probably going to be thinking about turning the ERS on now. Not just yet, there it is, ERS turned on. We shall ride on board with Gravedigger. A lot of the times are already coming through. It looks very much 100% or 0% on the throttle for Gravedigger. Not a lot of nursing going on. Diverse Jamie is going for a lap again. Oh, that is a purple sector 1 apparently from Gravedigger. He's doing something right. Somewhat all over the place there. That's better. And he's able to carry his speed onto the straight. This doesn't go purple this time. Quick Mick has set a purple sector 1 on the medium tyre. We'll just have a look at Quick Mick because there's not going to be too much entertaining going on with Gravedigger for now. It's just going to be a straight line. riding on board with number 3 in the championship. And the Gravedigger goes P1, so it's a great time for Gravedigger. Days Freak getting well out of the way of Quick Mick. I think Quick Mick being on mediums means we're probably not going to see that fast a time. Oh, I thought he invalidated there, but it's a great line from Quick Mick. It's a great time from Quick Mick as well. On the medium tyre, he goes 24 hundredths, no, 24 hundredths of a second slower than Immortal. And a little bit faster than Kabuki as well, so Quick Mick looking good today. Mr. Neon's about to cross the line. He is also on mediums, but he's gone a little bit slower. He does a 133.4. And everyone now, apart from Dark Shadow and Brick Grit, have done a lap. Brick Grit is in Sector 1 right now. Gravedigger's bringing it in. Quick Mick's bringing it in. Old Manzi could be on a lap here. No, he's not. This is not going to be a lap for Old Manzi. Mr. Neon presumably is on an in-lap. I think Carrot is also on an in-lap. So we may as well ride on board with Brick Grit. A lot of cars not on track. Rogue's coming out again. I think he kept invalidating. Brick Grit's going quite slowly here. Brick Grit could be someone we have to keep an eye on, as we're going to have to start, it's full grid incidentally, as we're going to have to start looking at people at risk of being knocked out. We've got Days who didn't go tremendously quickly. Let's just have a look at what tyres everyone did it on. So only Quick Mick and Neon did it on medium tyres. Rogue needs to be careful, Days needs to be careful, Alves, Diverse Jamie, MT, Daniel P45. Everyone in the 134s for a start. Gotta maybe say that Carrot's safe, but I don't know, I wouldn't want to risk it. I don't really feel safe if I was, I guess, around Kabuki. If I was Kabuki, I'd be feeling pretty good about it. Days Freak went out on hard tyres. Okay. Brick Grit is about to finish his lap. And we've got MT the Mighty on an out lap just behind him. There's also an Alfa Romeo. That's Kabuki. I don't think Kabuki needs to come out again, but maybe for peace of mind. Brick Grit does not go fast enough. He is P16 at the moment in that Williams. Only just behind his teammate. I don't think Brick Grit's going to have another go. He'll have to recharge and go again. And TYG Rogue, we didn't actually see how up or down he was on his time. ERS has not been activated though. So this is probably just looking like another out lap. We've got Dark Shadows sitting in the pit still. Diverse Jamie keeps invalidating, but it's just an outlap, so it's nothing too important. Alves has managed to get 0.7 down on his time, so Alves looking to come down to a sort of Days Freak level, but he's going to need more than a 0.7 improvement. Bradshaw has retired from P3, he's happy with that. Immortal's retired from P4. Alves about to cross the line. It's a 134.7 for Alves, it's only a 0.9 improvement. Only enough to go above Days Freak, he will have to go again. Now Brickgrit has managed to find 0.4 of an improvement, but he's lost his ERS. I'd imagine that's going to cost him. There's not going to be an improvement here for Brickgrit. A slight... that's a massive improvement for Brickgrit, actually. He goes up to P13. Knocking Diverse Jamie down, but Diverse Jamie's already found 0.4. Brickgrit's just been knocked down by MT the Mighty, who goes P13. You've got to imagine that Rogue and Jamie are going to improve here. Rogue has found 2 seconds, but that's not going to take much. We'll just stumble with Diverse Jamie, but keep an eye on Rogue on the map. Diverse Jamie has found half a second of improvement, so that, as long as everything stays the same, is going to be enough to get above Brickgrit. Dave, Carrot and Neon are on an outlap too. There's a McLaren out, that'll be Rogue. Rogue's about to cross the line. Rogue does. He does a 132.9, that's a great time from TYG Rogue. He is going to be well safe with that. And what has Diverse Jamie got to offer? There's an Alpha Tauri in the way, but it's out the way now. And Diverse Jamie does a 133.7, he's right on the border. So Diverse Jamie in danger of going out in Q1 here, and he might already be the driver in danger, as MT the Mighty has found 0.4 of an improvement, which is going to be enough to knock Diverse Jamie down a bit. Oh no, he's invalidated, and he's not got any battery. I think MT's done. Brickgrit hasn't got any battery either. Dark Shadow. Dave's not found much of an improvement. If Dave and Dark Shadow improve, Jamie's done for. Oh, there's Days to look out for as well. Days has found 2 seconds of an improvement, apparently, but I think that was on his last time. Kabuki's retired. Dark Shadow, what can he do in the Alfa Romeo? It's not enough. It's P18 from Dark Shadow, so Diverse Jamie can breathe one sigh of relief. I think Diverse Jamie might be okay. No, he's not. It's still got to watch out for Days and Dave. Only 0.1 of an improvement so far from Dave, but that is enough to knock Jamie down. Jamie's going for it again here though, so Jamie might be okay. Dave crosses the line, he's improved up to 11th, so Jamie is the driver in danger now. Days is quite far away. Oh yeah, Jamie's going for another run on 50% battery. Oh no, he's not, he's bringing it in. And now it's down to Days Freak, who has found 0.2 of an improvement, which is going to be a 133.8 so far. Mr. Neon puts up the fastest lap. Didn't really need to do that. Days fighting for his life here, as I think Carrot has just gone P6. That's a great time from Carrot. And Days Freak goes P9, knocking Diverse Jamie out of Q1, which means that we have lost Diverse Jamie, MT the Mighty, DC80 Brickgrit, Dark Shadow and Alves from Q1. Everyone else can just come in. Oh, we nearly lost Old Manzi. Oh my. Imagine if Old Manzi had gone out in Q1. I didn't even notice how low down he was. I'd imagine there were... there was a scary face or two down at that Red Bull garage. I thought they were both, with the times that they did to beginning, thought they were going to be okay, but there we have it, as Alves, Dark Shadow, Brick Grit, MT the Mighty, and Diverse Jamie all out. I think that Old Manzi has gotten quite lucky that, no, I think was it Dark Shadow? There was somebody, there was definitely somebody who was running on like 10% battery and had found a big improvement. So Diverse Jamie out in Q1. MT out in Q1. Those are the two big shocks for me. Brick Grit, he's kind of used to it. Dark Shadows, very hit and miss. And Alves probably quite used to it too. MT invalidated, that's what it was. Yeah, MT invalidated. If MT hadn't invalidated, then we could be looking at the championship leader out in Q1. Got a couple of cars out on track. Is it Penrose? It is Penrose out first. There's a Haas behind him as well. Oh. Just going to try and sit a little bit more comfortably. It's Mr. Neon. And then behind him is a Motive Carrot. Followed by Days Freak. And then Bradshaw. And then Old Manzi. So is this another track that Old Manzi's going to be struggling on? We saw he didn't have great pace around Australia. Maybe the pressure's getting to him a little bit. Maybe the pressure brought onto him by Immortal is affecting him a little bit. And Quick Mick, you've got to imagine, is going to be up there going as fast as he did on the medium tyre. And quite early. Let's just have a look at what tyres Quick Mick's got out. Now, Quick Mick has opted for the softs now. We'll see if anyone has opted for a mediums. Kabuki's opted for mediums. I think Kabuki went for soft tyres in Q1, but mediums now. Days Freak is going to be the first man out there, and everyone's out on track apart from the two Ferraris. Every single driver. So 12 minutes 50 seconds. We will know who will be going into Q3. And that didn't look outstanding from Days. I think he's going to lose a little bit of time on this straight. It'll also be interesting to see how Kabuki gets on the medium tyre. Days Freak does a 24.2. I accidentally pressed the button. Just want to see what Mr. Neon does. 24.4, so Days Freak is actually fastest in Sector 1. Well, out of him and Mr. Neon. We've got Mr. Adam Moore who's come out now. It's just Dave who hasn't started. 52.4. Let's see what Penrose does. 52.1. Carrot. 52.5. Didn't catch Mr. Neon's one. I'm going to miss Quick Mix as well. Is game? Oh, it's not Quick Mix. Sorry, I was going to miss Bradshaw's one as well. But we'll see what Quick Mix does. .52 dead from Quick Mick. That could be the fastest so far. Days is about to cross the line. Obviously goes fastest. And it's a 32.8 for Penrose. That's a very good time. And Emotive Carrot does a 33.6. Mr. Neon a 33.2. We're going to have the Alpine of Bradshaw, 33.5. Not quite as fast this time. Next across the line is Old Manzi. I think he does a 134.1. Struggling again. Next across the line is that was Daniel. He does a 133.3. So 2 good times from the Haas. Quick Mick does a 132.4. That is the fastest lap so far. Is that Stars about to cross the line? It is Stars. Let's see what Stars can do. He's not looking tremendously quick here, Stars. He actually goes P2, so what on earth do I know? Immortal and Rogue about to cross the lines too. Rogue does a 133 dead. That was a really quick lap from Stars, my goodness. And Gravedigger does a 133.1. Immortal does a 133.5. Oh, who was that? How did he get there? Kabuki goes P5 on the mediums. Make sure that nobody did. It was just Kabuki. Mr. Adamore is next. Mr. Adamore is quite fast. It was 52 seconds dead from Quick Mick. It's 52.3 for Mr. Adamore. That doesn't mean that much because he might just have a really fast straight line sort of thing, and this is what he's going to make up all of the ground on what we saw Quick Mick do, but 132.4 was quite fast. Coming up now. Very efficient braking from that Ferrari. LCFC Dave still hasn't come out. He's used all of his deploy, look, and it's a 133.4 for Mr. Adam Moore, so maybe not outstanding. A lot of the cars are going to be bringing it in now. May as well watch Adam on a little bit of cinematic cam. I think Dave's coming out. No, that's now for Romeo coming in. So Dave's probably only going to give himself one run at this. So Old Manzi, Emotive Carrot, Days Freak, Bradshaw and Immortal. Not looking fantastic. Bradshaw, Immortal were looking quite fast in Q1 though. So you've got to imagine there was just a mistake in there and that they'll be fine. Here he comes to bring it in. And now we wait. No one's moving. Someone's coming out. That could be Dave. It is Dave. It's about time, Dave. No pressure, Dave. Everyone's watching. Just going to admire the Ferrari livery. Everybody's just sitting in the pits. I imagine Dave's going to try and give himself 2 runs at it. He's got... Well, he's nearly around the track. That'll probably take him another... maybe... Oh! A bit wide. And he's doing it on medium tyres. That is risky from LCFC Dave. And here we go, it's lap time. ERS probably about to be turned on? No sign of it yet. Oh dear. And he's invalidated. Nice one, Dave. That was pointless. There's finally some movement. Who is it? Is it Stars? No, it's Old Manzi. Old Manzi knows he needs to get himself back out on track in that Red Bull. You can just swap between the two. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Any movement coming from anybody else? No, not yet. Not too much going on in Q2 here. Still nothing from any other driver. They're all probably going to come out at the same time. There is a McLaren. Probably Immortal. Although it does tend to be Rogue who goes first usually. Is Dave going to turn on his air? No, he's not. He's bringing it into the pits and he's going for the soft tyre. So Old Manzi is going to be the next car on track. We've got Rogue and Gravedigger out as well. There's an Alfa Romeo coming out too of Kabuki because we lost his teammate. Old Manzi, I mean, we've got second fastest in Stars and second slowest in Old Manzi's. If only it was Adam Moore in P1 instead of Quickmick. Old Manzi is about to start his actual lap now. And we'll see what the man in P1 can do. 1:34.1 to beat. He gets around the Alpine of, that'll probably be Bradshaw. It is Bradshaw. A little bit of a hold up ahead of him with the Haas of Daniel, and that'll be, oh, it's a purple sector 1 for Old Manzi apparently, so this could be exactly what he needed. That didn't quite look as good. How much speed can he keep through here? Not quite as fast as we've seen other people do it there. What's this going to be? It's a 51.8. I do actually think that 51.8 is the fastest we've seen, because 52 dead, I think, was what we saw from Quickmick before, so this could be a very good time from Old Manzi. He's not going to get any tow. Old Manzi could be saving himself and showing that he does actually know how to drive in China. It's a little bit of the old call an ambulance, but not for me. He's looking very fast here, Old Manzi. This could be P1, and it is. It's 32.1. What a lap! from 14th to 1st, just like that. And now all of a sudden things are looking completely different. Immortal somewhat in danger. Bradshaw, Dave's Freak, Carrot, Dave as well. Daniel and Mr. Neon in the Hasses need to be a little bit careful too. Kabuki is I think Penrose is probably safe. I think if you've done a 132, you're probably going to be okay. But then, if you look at Rogue's doing a 133 and there's only 0.6 between P5 and P14, we'll ride on board with Immortal then. A lot of yellow flags about. There's only 23 seconds left in the session, so it's now or never for Immortal. He's got a 0.8 improvement, which means that we could be looking at a... I didn't catch how much the sector time was. I just checked the improvement. Gravedigger goes P1 with a 131.9. Very good time from Gravedigger. It looks like the state of the track has massively improved from when they went out at the beginning of Q2, and there's a much more grip. Not too sure about that one from Immortal, but he might be about to prove me as to why that is the optimum line. Immortal keeps it between the lines. It's not quite looking as fast as what Old Manzi did, but it's P4 for Immortal with a 132.4. Very good time. Dave is about to enter Sector 3, and he's doing it with a 52 dead, so this could be a very fast one for Dave. He could be looking at a quick mix sort of time. Stars may have jumped the gun a little bit. No, I think he's going to be okay. It's P8 though. I don't know. He may have jumped the gun a little bit with that retirement. It's so close. Look how close the times are, by the way. Everything's coming down. We've just had an Alpine. That'll be Bradshaw. Bradshaw's not got as big an improvement as he would have liked. I think that is... Yeah, that'll be Old Manzi coming into the pits now. So LCFC Dave is the next person to cross the line. He keeps it between the lines. He nearly loses the car. He's going to lose a little bit of speed off of that, and he only goes P11. So Dave is out. Carrot crossing the line. That's a bad time. Dave's Freak goes P14. Mr. Adam Moore gets a good time, and now it's up to Mr. Neon to try and save himself. He is not used to going out. So, oh no! Mr. Neon! Oh, that was such a silly invalidation to get. And look how close Stars has got it. Dave has thrown that, not Dave, Mr. Neon has thrown that one away. He's got a lot of work to do now for the race. Unusual to see that he's the Haas who goes out in Q2. There we have it then, so we lose Penrose by 0.8 8 hundredths of a second. So there's not a lot in that at all. So Gravedigger goes P1, that's a great time for the Aston Martin driver. Old Manzi P2 as he kicks himself into gear. Kabuki goes P3, he did do that on the soft tyre. Mr. Adam Moore goes P4, Quick Mick P5, Immortal P6, Daniel P45, P7, 2IG Rogue P8, Stars Orphan P9, and Bradshaw P10. Which means that we lose Penrose in the AlphaTauri, LCFC Dave in the Ferrari, Mr. Neon in the Haas, unusually, Dave's Freak in the Aston Martin, and Emotive Carrot not able to carry on the fine form. Why is there a safety car out? Safety car's on track for some reason, and Emotive Carrot. So both Mercedes might be the first team to lose both drivers. I think Mercedes might be the first team to lose both drivers, but there's bound to be someone else who's lost both drivers. We can have that confirmed in a second. Williams? Yeah, Williams would have lost both drivers as well, so ignore that. Because Brit Grit and Jamie. So, is it just two cut? What's going on here? Why am I not... Come on, game. There we go. So McLaren have gotten both drivers through, Alpine have got both drivers through, and Red Bull have got both drivers through. So the AlphaTauris are out already. Williams are both out. And Mercedes are all out. So Alpine are there, McLaren are there, Haas are there, Alfa Romeo are there, Alpine, Ferrari, and Red Bull. And out comes Immortal. No, that'll be Rogue. It's always Rogue. It's always Rogue. Rogue, the first man out on track. Let's just put some of the telemetry and the lap data up as well. And is that Immortal right behind him? It is. So both McLarens are leading the way. Quick Mix just behind them. I'm looking forward to this qualifying session. We did have a little bit of a long period in Q2 where it sort of dragged a little bit, but we should be getting quite a bit of action for Q3 here. Let's get a cinematic view and make the most of these car liveries that we won't be able to admire for much longer with the new game coming out. Although the McLaren one is quite similar, as is Red Bull. We get to see the... We should probably be making the most of Kabuki's livery then, shouldn't we really? Because that Alfa Romeo livery is quite nice. But the what are they called now? Steak F1 team, that livery is not a bit of me. And TYG Rogue is about to get us underway. He nearly invalidated, and he does invalidate, so TYG Rogue is not about to get us underway. That's something he's going to have to watch out for on the race. And Immortal is going to get us underway, so we'll keep an eye on Immortal, and then behind Immortal it is Quick Mick, and then behind Quick Mick that is Adam Moore, and then behind Adam Moore it is... that'll be old Manzi, presumably, and then Gravedigger. So, are we getting a little bit of tow, maybe, from the McLaren boys? That would be something that would probably be a good idea. It's a 24.2 for Immortal. Oh, it wasn't Quick Mick, it was Bradshaw. It was Bradshaw. My mistake. 24.2 is the time to beat. 24.3 is what we're going to get. Adam Moore, 24.2. Is that Stars? It was 24 dead from Stars. Stars is the fastest man on track so far. It's a 51.6 for Immortal, and we're going to get a big boy tow from the McLaren boys. And Bradshaw is about to cross this, the 52.1. One to keep an eye on what Stars does. Nice bit of tow there. Stars 51.7. Oh no, Immortal lost it. Immortal lost it. It might still be worth completing the lap. No, he's not going to bother. TYG Rogue's invalidated again. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. We're okay. Are we going to get any update from Old Manzi? No, we're not. So let's watch Bradshaw cross the line as both McLarens have messed it up. Bradshaw goes faster with a 132.4. Next up is going to be Mr. Adam Moore. He does a 133 dead, not the most fantastic of times. Stars Orphan 132.7, and Old Manzi and Gravedigger does a 131.8. He is absolutely loving China. What a time! And Daniel P45 does a 132.4. So Daniel P45 is another person we don't usually see towards the top of the list. Old Manzi does 132.7. So some improvement. Some room for improvement there. Kabuki's on a 51.9. I don't quite think that's going to be enough to go P1. But now that I've said that, it probably will be. Kabuki is someone who usually displays quite a lot of pace. Quick Mick is invalidated. And it's a 132.5 for Kabuki as he's probably about to bring it in. Immortal's just chilling. He's going to wait till the final runs, I think. Quick Mick keeps him validating. Wonder if the pressure's getting to him a little bit. Is he going to bring it in? Yes, he is bringing it in. And Immortal's coming out again, so Immortal is going to try and give himself 2 runs. He will have enough time. TYG Rogue. He's about to cross the line. A 132.4, that's a good time for Rogue, but he's still 0.6 behind Gravedigger. Quick Mix brought it into the pits. Immortal is on an outlap. At the moment, he is Old Manzy's closest rival, followed by Quick Mick, and they're both in P9 and P10, and unable to complete a lap. Old Manzy up in P6. It's not vintage Old Manzy, but then both the Red Bull drivers have a habit of not qualifying fantastically, however racing fantastically. Old Manzy struggled a little bit in Australia last week, but that is more the exception than the rule. There's going to be no toe this time for Immortal. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't mess this one up. Did make a rather bold claim that he would not be world champion because of the mistakes that he keeps making. And here we go. Let's ride on board with Immortal, who is looking to prove me wrong. That time he got it right. This still says outlap on my screen. There we go. We have the telemetry data. We've got Quick Mick who's also on an outlap and Rogue who's on an in-lap. And we've got Bradshaw who's brought it out as well. He's brought that out quite early, actually, I think. Or maybe not. If this yellow flag could maybe go away, if Rogue can get on with it. Okay, I think he's in low fuel mode, so we're not actually going to see how long's left in the session. And Immortal does a 24.1 into Sector 1. It's a good start for Immortal. Are we getting a little bit of rain? Is that rain? That's rain. That is rain that I'm seeing on my screen. Oh my goodness. This gets even more dramatic. That is going to prove Quick Mick and Immortal deadly. And Quick Mick isn't even on his actual lap yet. At least Immortal's had a little bit of dry track to play with, but I'm not expecting a lot of quickness here from Immortal. He's on a 52.2, which I think is the same as what we saw from Stars, potentially. And if this is just going to keep this, he's thrown it away again. This time it's only in qualifying, so it's not that big a deal. Are we in for another rainy race? Let me just check. See if someone's put anything in the driver lounge. See, nothing in the driver's lounge. Immortal losing the car a little bit there. It's P9, it's not a good time because it's raining. Quick Mick, he's going to try and just put some kind of a time and maybe just get past Immortal, but both paying the price for messing it up. I don't think there's any point, Kabuki, Old Manzy, Stars and Adam. There's no point, boys. There's too much rain. There is too much rain. This is looking like we're going to have DRS turned off imminently. Which means that Gravedigger is surely going to be the driver in P1. I don't have any weather updates. All I do have in the driver's lounge is Diverse Jamie saying calamity. It's a 55.8 for Quick Mick. It's 3 seconds down on what Immortal was doing. This is DRS turned off soon. Daniel P45 is retired. I think Old Manzy and Kabuki are just going to bring it in. There's no point. Well, I think Diverse Jamie's lying to me because he said thunderstorm in the race, lightning visible. And then has put a gif of Lightning McQueen. I think Quick Mick's just going to finish the lap for the sake of finishing it. And a 140 odd. 139.9. May as well all retire, guys. Save us a bit of time. Kabuki retires. I think either way we're going to have to wait for Quick Mick to bring it home anyway. 1 minute 57 left in this session. He might not even make it back to the pits by that time. Old Manzi's retiring. Gravedigger, Rogue, Adam and Immortal not quite getting the memo. There's Adam. I think Immortal's just driving it into the garage now. Gravedigger's retired. Aren't there supposed to be people in the grandstand over there? Or is that not a grandstand? It should be a grandstand, surely. That's definitely one. Both McLarens not retiring. Quick Mick bringing it in. Not the prettiest of cars, that Alpine. I miss the old Renault. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. I miss the old blue and yellow Renault. One that Alonso used to have. Quick Mick has retired now that he's entered the pits. Just waiting on TYG Rogue. And there we go. Rogue has retired too. And that is that for Q1. That's ended a little bit earlier. Gravedigger P1 with a 1:31.8. If he can keep that pace in the race, things are looking good for him. Rogue P2. It's a good time for one of the McLarens at least. Daniel P45 gets P3 in the Haas. Bradshaw P4. Kabuki P5. Old Manzi and Stars next to each other on the grid. Old Manzi does outqualify his teammate. Mr. Adam Moore P8. Immortal P9. And Quick Mick P10. I would say the two shocks being Immortal and Quick Mick being so low, but because they invalidated and had to do it in the rain, that's why. Damp conditions with light rain, according to Diverse Jamie, where it's not going to be raining for the beginning of the race. And now we have to sit around and wait a little bit. No Smurf jokes tonight, no. Quick Mick living up to his name, being 8 seconds off the pace. It was raining, leave him alone. He usually lives up to his name. He should just change his gamer tag for this race just to Slow Mick. I'm a little bit disappointed that Smurf isn't racing today. I think the way to do it, Slow Joe. He should change his gamer tag and his name legally. I'm looking at puns involving the letter blue. And they're just absolutely awful. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. There's no job that's blue small. Don't call me. Wait for me to call blue. You goody blue shoes. How funny. Yes, I'm fine, Diver Shomi. I am in full dissertation mode, so my brain has stopped working. So they haven't even made an attempt with those blue puns. They've literally just done... What's that show where they just replace... I can't remember what it is. It's like some kind of animated show where they just replace it with the name of a word with something else. Like, that's to do with them. And I can't remember what show it is. I don't think it's the Flintstones. I think I might be getting confused with when Family Guy did the bit where they put rock in every sentence. I don't think it's the Flintstones. Anyway, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, feel free to put it down there, because this is going to annoy me all night otherwise. Let's have a look at the standings. Where are the standings? I found them. So the overall constructors. Well, how does that make sense? Our Red Bull in third, but they've got the most points. Well, anyway, Red Bull are top of this, of the overall one. Of our one, which is what we care about, Red Bull are 15 points clear. And usually if Stars and Old Manzi both make it to Q1, and they're both not right at the back... Oh, hello! That was a bit quick, wasn't it? Restart. I'm calling a race restart. Surely. I think I'm allowed to do that, aren't I? I think people aren't ready. Race restart. Do I have to write in here that it's a race restart? I mean, everyone's moving. Who on earth decided to give me this sort of power? It was a terrible idea. Now, someone has told me there's no need for a restart if everyone's here. Oh. I don't know. Help me. Comms team. Okay, thank you, Matty. So, no race restart. Because everyone's moving. No race restart. If you are listening to this, no race restart. No one has left. No race restart. I'm pretty sure everyone's here. Gravedigger's leading the way. Let's get the tyres out then. So Mr. Neon and Days have gone for soft tyres. I wonder if they meant to. Just going to have one last look in here. No one has put anything in the driver's lounge. Everyone is moving. We've got Old Manzi and Daniel and Brit Grit on hards, Neon and Days on softs, everyone else on mediums. And here we go. Let's just hide all the UI just for the restart so we can have a nice good angle on it. And it's lights out and away we go, and it's not a bad getaway from the Aston Martin, and he looks like he's going to be leading into turn 1, and he is. Rogue up behind him. We've got a few. Quick Mix managed to make up quite a few positions. Immortal sort of getting himself bogged down a little bit. He's sort of off the racing line. He's down to P10. Days Freaks losing positions a little bit too. He's going to go for a move here though. Little bit of contact maybe there with the Haas, but I think everything's looking okay. And LCFC Dave has the inside line on Days Freak, but Days is going to have a better run out of that corner. I think this could be an interesting one. Dave gives plenty of room. Mr. Neon might be looking at that with his better tyre, and he just completely dispatches of Days Freak, does him on the braking. Mr. Neon will be looking at Dave, LCFC Dave now. Mr. Adam Moore down in P9, but Quick Mix managed to get himself up to P6 already. Oh, hello. He had to brake a little bit early there, did Mr. Neon, because of Immortal. Gravedigger and Rogue have gotten away from the whole pack. Rogue looking for a move. And it looks like he's going to make this one stick. Gravedigger goes a little bit wide. And TYG Rogue is now leading the race. Daniel having to defend from Bradshaw, Kabuki, and absolutely everyone really. Quick Mick trying to catch everybody else up and leave Old Manzi behind, but Old Manzi's running well on those hard tyres. Mr. Neon's managed to get past Dave. Dark Shadow, oh, he's gone a little bit deep there. Needs to watch his rejoin, and he does rejoin safely. Days Freaks tumbling down the order a little bit too. Gravedigger might actually be losing ground a little bit to TYG Rogue. This could be a good opportunity for Rogue to get ahead. Those clouds would suggest that Diverse Jamie's Weatherman career is not yet over, and that we could be having some rain a little bit later on. And Dark Shadow is licking his lips, and Days Freak has been overtaken there again. Exact same place as he lost the position to, I think it was Mr. Neon. And this is a run on soft tyres as well, worryingly. Is Gravedigger going to retake P1? Hold on a second. There we go, that'll help. TYG Rogues use a lot of his ERS. He's not using his ERS to defend. Motive Carrot has gotten past Dave, and Days Freaks past Shadow. Oh, little look up from Days, and he's lost the position again. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's managed to regain it. I don't know how Dark Shadow wasn't able. Oh, he's off. Days is changing his tyres already. There's no safety car. I'm not too sure why he's done that. So Rogue has lost the position back to Gravedigger, but they're both going at quite some speed. 2 seconds clear of Bradshaw, who is exposed now because we're going to have DRS from Daniel. Mr. Neon's past Immortal, and now he's trying to get Old Manzi in his sights. Immortal struggling a little bit out there. Old Manzi trying to get close to Kabuki too, but these soft tyres are going to be much better at this stage of the race than the hards. I wonder if there's rain sooner than expected, which is why we saw Neon and Days at the beginning go for softs, or if it was just because of Alves readying up too quickly, and Mr. Neon's got a lot more grip and a lot more speed here. And Old Manzi isn't using his DRS to defend. Is he going to try and come back at him here? It looks like there's a little bit of rain coming. That the ground is looking a little bit damp. I think this soft strat might be a bit of a blinder, because that would suggest that the rain is going to be here almost imminently. Mr. Neon has been able to make up a lot of positions. Days was not able to do so. Adam Moore, Days and Penrose are all a little bit at the back. You don't often get safety cars in China either. And Gravedigger holds on to P1 as we begin lap 4. Mr. Neon is charging forward. And Kabuki doesn't get overtaken there like Days had been. Immortal's getting closer to Old Manzi though. This is probably a move that Immortal will need to make. Old Manzi's got a lot more ERS. And Mr. Oh, what's happened? Daniel's gone very wide. Has he got damage? I don't see any damage on Daniel's car, but he's got to watch his rejoin. And Immortal has gotten past Old Manzi too. Stars was looking to come with them as well. Stars doesn't make the move happen though. It is just Immortal who does the overtake. And we've also had Mr. Neon manage to get past Kabuki, and now he's chasing down Quick Mick. Quick Mick and Mr. Neon have both gone up a lot of positions. Bradshaw is a little bit further behind. Dark Shadow's gotten past Dave. Dave might be... No, Dave decided to be a little bit more cautious going into turn 1 than Dark Shadow. He's going to have maybe a little bit of a better line. No, not quite. Old Manzi managing to stick with Immortal. The rain hasn't started yet, but it looks like the floor is damp. Do you know what I mean? Top 2's pulled away. Top 2 has pulled away indeed. Rogue and Grave, and we got a safety car. And we got a safety car. I'm not too sure. Daniel has caused a safety car, so we are going to have a safety car. I wonder if we're going to see anyone pit for wet tyres. Now, I'm sure everyone is going to be on the radio to their engineer, saying, I know, I messed it up. Where is the rain? How long for the rain? And I think if he's saying rain in 5 minutes, I'd be tempted to take a risk and come in for wet tyres, to be honest. If he's saying 10-15 minutes, it's probably better off staying on the slicks. At least this is going to give Adam, Days and Penrose a chance to catch everybody back up. Penrose, who I thought qualified well, but it might not have been Penrose. No, I think it was Penrose, wasn't it? I can't remember. No, we didn't have both AlphaTauris in Q1. Maybe it's Penrose usually qualifies well, but didn't this time. Anyway, Gravedigger is about to catch us up. No one is pitting apart from Alves. What is Alves pitting for exactly? We've also got Brickgrit coming in. What's Brickgrit pitting for? We'll keep an eye out. I think they're at a stage in their race where they may as well take a risk. And it's hard tyres for Alves. So he's going to try and take those to the end. And it's medium tyres for Brickgrit, so Brickgrit is going to have to stop again. I think Alves is going to have to stop again as well, to be honest. Adam has managed to get past Brickgrit. I think Brickgrit's gone from medium to medium though, so maybe he'll be looking at a medium soft strategy now for Brickgrit. Engineer says rain 5 minutes. Okay. I would assume then that we are going to get the rain just as the safety car comes in. No, the engineer's not entirely 100% accurate. Still no sign of any rain though, there's no drops appearing on the screen. Anyone coming in this time around? Doesn't look like it. No one coming in again. So the drivers are... oh no, we have Diverse Jamie coming in. Diverse Jamie's taking a risk. I like it. Let's see. Well, he might not be taking a risk. He might just be pitting for better tyres. We'll just see what Diverse Jamie is pitting for. Jamie's going for inters. There's the intermediate tyre. Days going for inters too, maybe, because Days is in the pits again. No, he's not. Days is going for the soft tyre. Okay. Why not? Days wants softs. Days thinks that the rain is still a good 5-10 minutes away, a good 3-4 laps away. He wants to try and make as many positions up as he can before the safety car comes in. Safety car is surely going to be in this lap though, so there's the rain! I see raindrops! I just saw a raindrop. Did you guys see the raindrop? I'm seeing raindrops! Diverse Jamie's pulled a blinder! You should have listened to me. You should have listened to Diverse Jamie. Well, Diverse Jamie didn't say anything. You should have listened to me. I have pulled out a blinder. Get me as your race engineer. I'll charge you €10 an hour. Everything's going to be great. You're welcome. Diverse Jamie is about to win the Drivers' Championship from this... ah! What was that? Brick grit? Nearly completely ruined what your teammate was doing. Gave me a heart attack. Right, I've got to ride on board with Gravedigger now. Now, Diverse Jamie might get dropped a little bit by Penrose and Days Freak to begin with, but he is still going to have an overall advantage. I wonder if anyone's going to come in now. Straight away. That track is getting wet fast. We saw how quickly the track got wet in Q1 as well. Sorry, Q3. I've done it again. I've got Q1 and Q3 confused again. We saw how quickly the track got wet. It was very fast. And Gravedigger's staying out, and that is an Alpine coming in. Who's that? That'll be Quick Nick? No, it's Bradshaw. Bradshaw's coming in. And there's a Alfa Romeo coming in too. Kabuki's coming in too. It's a good start from Gravedigger, and TYG Rogue has gotten a brilliant run on him there. That is a terrible camera angle. Why on earth would we want that? Mr. Neon's going to try and keep these softs going. I'm surprised Mr. Neon didn't come in, to be honest. And look how heavy this rain is getting now. Diverse Jamie's already up to P14, but I don't actually think he's made up any positions. It's just that everyone's coming to pit. So Bradshaw is going to be a little bit behind him. He's losing somewhat of ground to Brick Grit, but I think Diverse Jamie's going to be okay. He's sticking somewhat with the pack, although I don't really want to be going slower than Brick Grit. No offence to Brick Grit. And Rogue, it's 1.8 seconds the difference between Jamie and Brick Grit. It's now up to 2 seconds, so this track is not quite ready for the wet or the wetter tyre, but I don't think Diverse Jamie's going to be making too much of a loss on this. It's 2.5 seconds now, the difference between him and Brick Grit, up to 2.6. I'm just going to keeping an eye on that. We've got Dark Shadow who's trying to make a move on Carrot, I think. Yeah, here comes Dark Shadow. Ooh. It's looking like it's getting a little bit slidey out there for the drivers. I wonder how quickly we're going to see people dive into the pits. It's not in as yet. No, it's definitely not in as yet. That is for sure, but it is starting to get a little bit slidey already. It's not like F1 Manager where it starts raining a little bit and then all of a sudden you're at 4mm wet tyre conditions. Gravedigger's staying out, Rogue's staying out, Mick's staying out. It looks like everyone's staying out so far. Jamie is now 4.4 seconds behind, and we've got Stars. Yeah, Stars is coming in. So Stars has decided to try and make the most of it, which means Jamie is going to get past him. And MT coming in too. Yeah, MT coming in too. So no penalties for anybody yet. Diverse Jamie is 5 seconds now behind Brick Grit. Oh, Brick Grit is doing a good job of staying with Alves, but Alves is getting dropped a little bit by Dave, and Dave's getting dropped a little bit by Dark Shadow, and Carrot's getting dropped a little bit by Old Manzy. So the top 6 is somewhat clear of everybody else. I don't think we're too far away from these drivers pitting, but I think the further this rain goes on, I know Diverse Jamie's on a wet setup too. I think the further this rain goes on, the more an advantage it's going to be for Diverse Jamie. It's still not quite intermediate conditions yet. DRS is still turned on. When you see white patches on track, it's time to pit. Not quite white patches just yet. TYG Rogue is getting dropped somewhat by Gravedigger now. Mr. Neon and Quick Mecha managed to get themselves P3 and P4 respectively. Immortal's trying to get up to Mr. Neon. He's not quite able to make it happen. What are we going to see from the drivers at the front now? It's pitting time for Gravedigger and for Rogue and for Mick. Neon's giving it another lap. Immortal's staying out too. And now DRS has been... That just said enabled. That just said enabled. Why has DRS been enabled? Now, is Diverse Jamie going to be able to get past, importantly, Gravedigger? He is. Oh yeah, he's well past Gravedigger. So I think this gamble from Diverse Jamie and me, you're welcome, is going to prove efficient, because now, despite it saying DRS has been enabled, it was never disabled in the first place, so surely that's just a visual glitch and DRS has been disabled, unless they just flicked it on and off again. Just mess with me. But the rain is continuing. It's definitely not stopping. And is Diverse Jamie making up ground to Brick Grit yet? He's actually still losing ground to Brick Grit. Is Diverse Jamie just bad? Gravedigger's 7.5 behind him. Just going to keep keeping an eye on the 7.6, and Diverse Jamie's brought it down to 7.1 now. Between him and Brick Grit, but Brick Grit is kind of getting held up by Dave. The problem is for Jamie, his inters will be burned a bit. They will be burned a little bit, that is right. And Dave has just... looked like he was just going to let Brick Grit go. And we might have an overtake here from Immortal trying to get past Neon, who's used a lot of his ERS. And it looks like the drivers are able to keep things on track so far. Gravedigger is now 6 seconds behind Diverse Jamie, so he's managed to close that down by quite a bit. And now everyone's coming in. So let's see whether or not Neon, Immortal, Old Manzy, and Carrot stayed out again. Carrot's braving it. Carrot reckons they can keep going, as does Alves. It's now an Alves Carrot 1-2. Everyone else is in the pits, which means Diverse Jamie's going to go P3. And it was 6 seconds we saw between Gravedigger and Diverse Jamie. What is the difference now? 6 seconds still. It's now down to 5.8. So Diverse Jamie is... well, I mean, Carrot and Alves are definitely both going to have to pit again. Alves made the complete wrong call of going on the hard tyre for 5 laps. Now we're getting a little bit of spray off these tyres. This is full-on intermediate weather now. There's the white patches indeed. I do think Diverse Jamie made the right call pitting under the safety car. He is now on... oh no, Alves is losing the car a little bit. He's 8.5 behind Alves now. 8.4, but so it looks like Diverse Jamie is somewhat struggling in the wet conditions. 6.5 now because of Alves's little... Let's just ride on board with Jamie. Jamie is struggling to keep this car in a straight line. It's now 3.5 seconds between Gravedigger and Diverse Jamie, and Quick Mick is also sticking right with Gravedigger, so unless these two start putting pressure on each other, and Alves and Carrot both coming in now, I think they've stayed out 1 or 2 laps too many, to be quite honest. Now, who was one of the drivers? I think it was it Mr. Neon? Did Mr. Neon stay out? Oh, we can check by the tyre time. Yeah, Mr. Neon. So it looks like, yeah. Mr. Neon and Immortal came in maybe at the right time. I think Gravedigger. I think the Gravedigger's little cohort made the better decision. Well, I think Diverse Jamie might have been the better decision, actually. But Gravedigger's little cohort, I think, coming in when they did was the better call than when Neon and Immortal left it. And certainly better than the call that Carrot and Alves have opted for. Dark Shadow has picked up a 3-second time penalty, as is tradition, and he's trying to get past old Manzi. DRS has now been fully disabled. Surprised it wasn't already. Which is the absolute confirmation from the FIA that it is wet time, and Gravedigger is now only 1 second behind Diverse Jamie. Diverse Jamie might get dropped by absolutely everyone here, from Immortal up to Gravedigger. We saw how well Diverse Jamie did at defending in the wet in Australia. We'll see what Diverse Jamie can do from Gravedigger. Gravedigger's got a lot more ARS than Jamie. He's at 70% for Jamie's 37. So he's got that to take into consideration. And Diverse Jamie's coming in for a new set of inters then. Already. Sort of losing any advantage that he may have gained from the safety car. And that's going to put Diverse Jamie all the way at the back of the grid. When he's finished his stop, at least his garage is there, so he hasn't got much further to go. But he is going to, he might even come out behind Days. Oh no, Days is, yeah, sorry, Penrose is coming in again. So Gravedigger is now leading the race. Diverse Jamie complaining about tyre wear in the Twitch chat. Hence his pit. Now he's 4.1 seconds behind Dave. It's not insurmountable. But I do think that maybe Diverse Jamie would have been better off staying on his inters. Because I do think everyone else is going to have to pit again. He might have to pit another 2 more times still. Well, I mean, he probably won't have to pit another 2 more times. 14 laps or 15 laps should be okay, but I think he might have been better off waiting a little bit longer. But we shall see. Maybe, I wonder if anyone's just going to think, no, I'm not pitting. We'll have a look at Mr. Neon, because I'm getting too bogged down in strategy. It doesn't look like that move's going to be able to happen, but it does look like Motive Carrot is going to get a move done on Bradshaw. Trying to do the switchback, but not quite getting there. Diverse Jamie has caught up MT the Mighty quite a lot. MT the Mighty does not like China, apparently. I thought that might have been a little warning from Bradshaw, but he's looking okay for now. Mr. Adam Moore has managed to get past Dave, his teammate. I wonder if Dave's just let him go. And Kabuki's got a 5-second penalty. Kabuki also pitted quite early, as did Diverse Jamie. So it looks like everyone who pitted when conditions were dry is having to come in and pit again. So maybe I'm not quite as incredible as I thought I was. And Mr. Neon trying to get around Quick Mick. Gravedigger's completely dropped Quick Mick now. It was Rogue who was staying with Gravedigger before, but Rogue decided to... Oh no, they both pitted at the same time, so Rogue must have made a little mistake. Immortal's getting quite close to Mr. Neon, and Rogue is quite far back. Old Manzy's quite far off of them too. I think Kabuki and Jamie have somewhat jumped the gun a little bit with that tyre change though. And now Diverse Jamie, speaking of, has managed to pull off a nice little overtake on MT the Might, but MT is really struggling out there. And we're going to see if Immortal can make something happen on Quick Mick and Mr. Neon. Quick Mick's lost a lot of his ERS. And no one's going for the move actually. Quick Mick's hardly got any ERS left. Mr. Neon is now going for the move, who also doesn't have a lot of ERS. So you might be thinking here, advantage Immortal. Then Immortal has just managed to keep his nose clean, now out of trouble, and now he's got past Mr. Neon, and now he's got a great run to have a go at Quick Mick and get himself up into P2 and prove me wrong as to why he will be world champion, or Div 4 champion. And Dark Shadow's out. Where's he binned it? Right there. Oh, goodness. Oh, that looked like a bad one. There's a tyre missing, and we've got a safety car coming out, so even more reason for Diverse Jamie and co to have not have pitted when they did. But it's going to be okay. He's going to make a few positions up of that, and he's going to have the fresher of the tyres and the drivers around him, or they're going to be out of his way. I don't think anyone is going to pit from these tyres, so you got to feel a little bit sorry for Gravedigger because he's putting in a really good drive here. And he doesn't usually win. Gravedigger is currently P11 in Drivers' Championship with 40 points. And now everything is going to... Mr. Adam Moore has got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. What a silly boy. What a silly, silly boy. Now we're going to see if any of these drivers at the front decide to pit. And I don't think pitting is necessarily a terrible idea for some of these drivers at the front, because you might be able to get 13 laps without needing to change your inters. I think trying to get 18 laps out of them, like Gravedigger and Mick are going to be doing, that might be a little bit of a struggle. There might be a lot of Div 1 drivers watching this thinking, well, what on earth is he on about? And Gravedigger agrees with me, Quick Mick agrees with me, as does Mr. Neon, as does Immortal. What's Rogue doing? Rogue's coming in too. Old Manzy's coming in. Carrot, we know, hates coming in. Carrot is coming in. I thought Carrot might have been trying to lead the race there. Let's see if Stars is going to... No, Stars coming in. Everyone coming in? Go on, Brick Grit. Go on, Brick Grit. Brick Grit has seized his opportunity to lead the race. And we might actually have a Williams 1-2. Where is Gravedigger going to come out? He's already had the tyres changed. He's behind Brick Grit. Where's Diverse Jamie? Ah, there's Diverse Jamie. Diverse Jamie manages to get in front of a lot of drivers, but he's up to P4 and he's not going to have more fresh tyres than Gravedigger or Quick Mick. Gravedigger only losing one place, and it's, I mean, the nicest way possible. Brick Grit in front of him, so he's not going to be suffering too much from that, but I think that Brick Grit and Diverse Jamie have made the right call staying out. I think the drivers who came in made the right call to come in as well. And Penrose is pitting for what feels like the millionth time. I don't know if Penrose has actually crossed the start-finish line yet. So we've got Brick Grit, Gravedigger, Quick Mick, Diverse Jamie, Mr. Neon, Immortal, Old Manzy, Rogue, Carrot and Bradshaw making out our top 10. Old Manzy in P7, Immortal P6, Quick Mick P3. And who else is the drivers we need to look out for on standings? Mr. Neon He's currently P4, and Stars as well. Mr. Neon's P5 in the race. I meant P4 in the Drivers' Championship. And Kabuki, where's Kabuki? Kabuki's down in P14, and he's got time penalty. It's only a 3-second time penalty. I am 90% sure. 5-second time penalty. Ah, yeah, speeding in the pit lane. My mistake. So Kabuki has a 5-second time penalty. Who else is there? Then there's Rogue. Rogue's in P8 and P7 in drivers. And then Mr. Adam Moore, who's got a drive-through to do and is down in P13. So Mr. Adam Moore... I mean, it's worth pointing out Mr. Adam Moore. And there's also MT the Mighty, who also has 55 points. He's in P9. A lot of the drivers are close together. Between Quick Mick and MT the Mighty, that's P3 to P9. Grit is now coming in for a tyre change. But why? Why? Okay, Grit's coming in for a tyre change. Not too sure why, but he is. Which means that Gravedigger is going to be leading the restart. And then we've got Rage Quit, who I think is not here again. I think Diverse Jamie might have actually taken his seat permanently. And then Gravedigger, who is leading. So Gravedigger might be throwing his hat right back into the Drivers' Championship. It's not completely over yet, but it is very likely that it's going to be either Old Manzy or Immortal that do it. Quick Mick needed to have done better than he did last week in Australia. There's no sign of this rain going anywhere though, so it might be inters until the end of the race. They've now only got to last 12 more laps for these drivers. I thought we might have got something about the safety car coming in, but it looks like we're going to have another lap of safety car. Which is going to be, it's going to work better for Diverse Jamie than anyone else, because he's got the oldest sets of tyres. And the biggest loser for that is... Oh, there we go. Safety car is in this lap. So, Gravedigger will be setting the pace from the restart. And we need to make sure that he does everything properly. These could be some huge points for Aston Martin in Drivers' Championship, as his teammate has only gotten 3 points. He doesn't actually have a permanent teammate. Well, he might do, but they don't turn up very often. Because the only person that I'm seeing here is Timmer, who's got 0. Who's the highest ranking Aston Martin driver. And here we go, Gravedigger gets us underway, and he's somewhat caught Quick Mick out, but they've both caught out Jamie and Mr. Neon. Well, maybe not quite Mr. Neon, but certainly Jamie. And Mr. Adam Moore is coming in to do his drive-through. That's why those changing positions there. And is Mr. Neon going to make a move on Jamie? Oh, it looked like he was going to jerk his steering wheel into Jamie then. We've lost Rogue. Where have we lost Rogue? Oh, he just lost it and hit the barrier, I think. That's, yeah, MT. Yeah, he's lost it and hit us in the barrier. And now we're under safety car again. Well, I'd say for all of the drivers, if you were happy with the tyre that you were on when the safety car came out, when the safety car came in, sorry, you may as well stick with the same tyre you've got on now and just keep her going. There's only 10 laps to go. I think every driver's tyres are now going to last the full 10 laps. Better off holding for track position. The thing is apart from Adam, this is great for Adam though, because it means he gets to catch everyone up. Apart from Adam, down in P17, everyone's right next to each other. So if you're pitted, you're going to end up behind Adam anyway. And it's just not worth it. Maybe for like MT or for Penrose, It's probably worth pitting again if you're Adam. I'd say maybe like Brick Grit, Pemrose and Adam can come in again. There's no point for Brick Grit. Maybe Pemrose and Adam. It depends how many sets of inters they've got. I think they've got 3 sets of inters. I'd say it's only really worth pitting for Pemrose and Adam, really. Everyone else, you may as well stick with what you got. And let's just take a look at what everyone's doing. So, Gravedigger is staying out, Quick Mix staying out, Jamie, Neon, Immortal, Old Manzi, Cara, Bradshaw, Alves, Stars. Stars was looking like he was going to, but he's not going down. And LCFC Dave has decided to come in, as does nobody else. Brick Grit staying out, Pemrose is coming in, and TYG Rogue has left the session in shame. Mr. Adam Moore then, what's he going to do? Is he just... apart from crawl around the track. Is he coming in for a tyre change? He's not coming in for a tyre change, so he's going to try and get track position instead. I mean, it's been his tyres are 3 laps old, but they're 3 laps under safety car old. So he's gotten past Pemrose at least. He might even, if his teammate's feeling generous, his teammate might let him go. So, whilst the stewards clear TYG Rogue's car, we are going to watch Gravedigger drive behind a safety car. Well, I'm going to pick 3 drivers at random. I'm going to say who's got the best helmet. I'm going to be the judge of my own little competition. So we're going to go with number 1, Gravedigger, because we're already on it. It's red, it's basic, it's blue, it's horrible. The colours don't go together, it's like a 2 out of 10. So I'm going to close my eyes, press RT loads, and we've arrived on Immortal. Immortal, I like Immortal's helmet, actually. This sounds kind of suspicious, doesn't it? I like Immortal's helmet. It's, I want a better camera angle, please. There we go, now we're going to get a good look. Oh, no we're not, because he's driving really fast. I like what he's got going on. Eyes are closed again. And Kabuki. Kabuki's just white. Right, well, Immortals won the helmet competition because everyone else's helmets are rubbish. There we go. Ah! My wires are stuck on my jacket. You don't like that. Well, the safety car... Pemrose is pitting for the... how many times has this bloke pitted, honestly? Can we find out? We can. Pemrose... 1... 2, 3, 4, 5. He's pitted 5 times. He pits once every 5 laps. He pits a quarter of the time. Why? And he's pitted onto used inters. You don't have a million pairs of tyres, Penrose. You can't keep pitting. It's not allowed. I'll be back in a second. Because all we're doing is watching Gravedigger anyway and looking at helmets. We're back. Is the safety car coming in? Yes, it is. So we can get back to racing. We did see Diverse Jamie under a little bit of pressure from Mr. Neon, and we saw Gravedigger and Quick Mick catch Diverse Jamie out from the safety car restart. There's 8 laps to go in China. Readjusted my headset and we're ready to go. Where is Gravedigger going to get us going? Same place as he did last time by the looks of things. He hasn't caught Quick Mick out at all. Oh, he has caught Quick Mick out a little bit. Diverse Jamie and Mr. Neon. I don't actually know if Mr. Neon was in the right place there. I think he might have been. I mean, surely he hasn't gotten that much pace on Diverse Jamie. I think Mr. Neon might have. I don't think he was folded behind him. He's going to try and get Diverse Jamie done on the switchback. And Diverse Jamie's dropped him a little bit. And Diverse Jamie is getting kind of dropped by Quick Mick though. Carrot's looking at Old Manzy too. Old Manzy's looking at Immortal. Immortal's looking at Neon. Oh, where's Jamie going? Just something's happened to Diverse Jamie. It looked like Mr. Neon drove in front of Diverse Jamie there. Now Diverse Jamie's going to be under pressure from Immortal. Oh, Jamie's all over the place. He keeps losing the car. He's down to P7. Now he's going to be put under pressure from Bradshaw, I think. He's certainly the driver to watch at the moment because he keeps losing it. I think. Oh, he's lost it again. He's lost it again. He's lost it again. Diverse Jamie's down to P8 now as Bradshaw just breezes past him. Alves is going to have a better line here, but Stars is all the way down in P10. Quick Mick's trying to get past Gravedigger, and he's gotten past Gravedigger. I think Gravedigger made a little mistake. Gravedigger has been so good all afternoon, or evening, I guess. Oh, sorry. And although Quick Mick is using a lot more of his ERS, they've both completely dropped Neon and Immortal, though. Old Manzy and Immortal is the fight to look at, but they're both quite close in the actual championship so far. That this kind of victory for Immortal, even if it is just an extra 2 points, is going to be quite important. Carrot's not really close enough to put pressure on Old Manzy, so it does look like, unless there's a mistake somewhere, Old Manzy or Immortal only has to worry about Old Manzy, rather. And Alves has got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And it looked like he did a dodgy rejoin. MT and Dave's get past him. Dave's going to get past him too. I wonder if he's got damage. It doesn't look like he's got any damage. He's just over on the side of the track. And we got Daze who's trying to get closer to MT. Daze who usually gets overtaken at that corner. Had a little look at MT. Stars has managed to get past. I thought he was. I guess whoever he was behind made a mistake. Oh, that's great driving from Daze Freak. Completely done MT the Mighty there. And now Daze Freak chasing down Kabuki. And Stars Orphan's going to look to get past Diverse Jamie. Diverse Jamie looking to drop down to P9 now. And both using their ERS. Stars is braking very early there. And gotten it wrong there. Stars under pressure from Kabuki. He's got to watch his rejoin. He does rejoin somewhat safely, but Kabuki is going to get involved. There was nearly contact there with the tyres, and Daze is going to have a better drive. Now, oh, Daze has lost the car a little bit. And MT the Mighty's too far away to be able to capitalise on it. Kabuki's now going to have a look at Diverse Jamie. And we've got Old Manzy who's been overtaken by Carrot. I completely missed that. I'm so sorry. And there was me saying a moment ago, I think Old Manzy must have made a mistake, and there was me saying a moment ago that Old Manzy wasn't really going to be put under pressure from Carrot, but maybe was I wrong, and now we saw Bradshaw had the pace in qualifying. Something's happened here. Has someone lost it? No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. Diverse Jamie has been overtaken by Kabuki though. And Stars is sitting behind, as is Daze, and Mr. Adam Moore has gotten past Brick Grip at the same part of the track. Old Manzi and Carrot getting a little bit close together. I don't know if Diverse Jamie's going to actually be able to catch Kabuki. Days Freak is very close to Stars. Jamie's lost it again, and he's out of the race. And it's a VSC. We have a VSC now. Diverse Jamie struggling at that part of the track all afternoon, evening, all that. And VSC, not full safety car. Which will give the drivers somewhat of a chance to recharge the batteries. So, bad day for the Williams team. Ferrari look to be having a bad one too. I think they qualified quite well, Ferrari, but VSC out. Old Manzi's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, Old Manzi went for a tyre change. I don't know why he's gone for a tyre change. I really don't know why he's gone for a tyre change. Oh, we need a new wing. Okay, that's why. Old Manzi has a new front wing. I wonder if that was anything to do with Immortal. Or maybe he just drove into the back of Immortal. Who knows? But Old Manzi's down in P16. And now, let's just have a look. It's going to be plus 12 points if everything stays like this, which means that Immortal is actually going to be leading the World Championship if the race ended now. Old Manzi, well, we're back to full racing. There's no chance to catch everyone else up. So, Quick Mick, Gravedigger, Mr. Neon, and Immortal all got a chance to get away here, and Brick Grits get... Oh no, there's a car that's just... Dave's going the wrong way. Yellow yellow flag in Sector 2. Gravedigger, who has driven so well in this race, is somewhat struggling, and Mr. Adam Moore's picked up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting Brick Grits past MT, who has also been struggling. Let's have a look at Penrose, because Penrose is getting close to Days Freak. The battle for P9. Kabuki's 5-second penalty is going to prove to be quite problematic for him. Old Manzi too, he's got a 5-second penalty as well. And that is a bad line from Stars Orphan. Stars Orphan might lose 2 positions here. He's already lost 1 to Days Freak, and he's forced Penrose on the grass. That was poor driving from Stars, uncharacteristically from him. He's down in P10 now, and Kabuki's nearly broken free of... There we go, and now he's 5 seconds... No, wait, no, sorry, he's 5 seconds behind Bradshaw. He's 2.1 behind Days Freak, so at the moment it is Kabuki P10, but he is driving quite well, Kabuki. As I said that, he's lost some time to Days, but now he's regained the time from Days. And Penrose is going to try and have a look at Days, and Dave is now retired in the pits, so it's nothing too major. Days Freak's got hardly any battery left though, and Penrose is going to be looking to attack him with a much bigger battery, and I wonder when Penrose is going to go for it. There's points on the line here. Days is oh, Immortal's binned it as well. And now we've got a full safety car. Immortal, you silly, silly sausage. Something about too inconsistent to win a championship? Yeah. So, are we going to see the drivers pitting then? That's the next interesting bit. I don't know if it's worth pitting, because the safety car is going to be coming in this lap anyway. You're going to lose a lot of time. Let's see what the other drivers think. Safety car is just waiting for everyone after the turny bit. Quick Mick, is he staying out? Quick Mick stays out. Gravedigger stays out. Neon stays out. Carrot probably staying out. Carrot staying out. Bradshaw staying out. I think this is now sort of the case of, well, I'm just going to do what everyone else is doing because everyone's decided to stay out, but I think It's also the right call. Daze stays out. Penrose stays out. Stars stays out. Adam does as well. Brick Grit. Brick Grit's holding everyone up. And is coming in anyway. So Brick Grit, the only driver who's going to come in. Alves stays out. Old Manzi. He's going to watch his Delta. At least he's made one position up behind the safety car. It could still be 0 points for the drivers in P1 and P2 though. Quick Mick now leading the race. Quick Mick is going to go up to, that'll be 72, 92. So Quick Mick is going to be 3 points behind Immortal should he win the race. Mr. Neon, yeah, Mr. Neon's going to be a little bit closer as well. Where's Stars? Stars are down in P9, so he's not going to be making a big improvement in Kabuki. Well, because of the safety car, it's going to bunch up all of the cars. Got to ride on board with Quick Mick. So, well, Quick Mick, after getting so unlucky last week, safety car in this lap, as we all knew it was going to be anyway. Quick Mick, who got quite unlucky last week, but he should already really be at, well, he got 1 point, so he should already be on 81 at least. If he'd win today, if he would have won last week and won today, he'd be on the same amount of points as Old Manzi. I don't think Gravedigger is one to count out though. Gravedigger's displayed a lot of pace. But they are both going to have a lot of ERS, and I think that might be enough for Quick Mick to just win this one. The rain is going to have a bit of an effect on it. There's not going to be any DRS either. So it is just going to be down to the speed of the cars, and they are going to be the same speed. So it is just down to the skill of the driver. Quick Mick has decided to take his time a little bit with this restart. They're all trying desperately to keep their tyres up to temperature. I forgot that we've got a ride on board with Quick Mick for the restart. Is he going to wait for... Oh no, he's... Oh no, I thought he was going to go for it then, but... Going to wait right till the end, and now he goes. And he's crossed the line, so now we can watch on board with Gravedigger and Mr. Neon too. And Quick Mick will be hoping that Mr. Neon goes for an attack. Oh, little mistake maybe there from Quick Mick, but he's driven kind of in front of Gravedigger, which slowed Gravedigger down. MT the Mighty's very close to Mr. Adam Moore. I think Mr. Adam Moore might have made a mistake somewhere. Carrot's up into P4. That's great positioning for Carrot. Big winners today, Alpine, so long as they both finish the race. Good points for Aston Martin too. Mr. Neon is looking, after the disappointment that he had in qualifying, looking very good here. Oh, he lost the car a little bit there. He keeps it straight now though, but he's going to be losing a little bit of time to Gravedigger, and Quick Mick has decided not to use a lot of his ERS, so presumably he's just going to use it to defend here though. What's happened? Bradshaw has lost it. Again, oh no, it wasn't Bradshaw, it was Kabuki. Is Kabuki in the race? Yeah, Kabuki is still in the race. That's an even bigger win now for Aston Martin. Quick Mick going defensive and using his ERS. I think, to be honest, Gravedigger, you needed to make the move happen now. Kabuki's got a 3-second time penalty, and he might be able to get him here. And he doesn't. I thought he might have been able to make something happen, but he's going to go wide there. That's going to be a time penalty probably for Gravedigger, or at least he's going to lose time, which is going to leave Mr. Neon a chance to get back into it. Gravedigger's messed it up. Oh, nearly contact. I think this is going to be Quick Mick's race now, as Mr. Neon looks to try and make a move happen in Sector 1. Emotive Carrot's able to catch them both up. I wonder if Emotive Carrot's going to be thinking about going for something. We're just going to ride... Well, I see that Brick Grit's quite close to MT, but we're just going to ride on board with the top 4 because they're all really close. Trying to get a better camera angle, but I don't really want to see that angle of Carrot. There we go. It does look like Quick Mick has somewhat blistered away. I think Gravedigger needed to full send it at that lap. And just keep everyone behind him here. Let's see anything in the chat. Apart from Jamie trying to get a petition going, not much going on. Gravedigger has managed to lose Mr. Neon a little bit, and Emotive Carrot is getting close to Mr. Neon. Brick Grit has managed to get himself into P9. MT the Mighty's tumbling down the positions. Gravedigger isn't close enough to Quick Mick to make anything happen. Carrot is close enough though to have a go at Mr. Neon. Is Carrot going to go for the dive bomb? Can't make it stick. Quick Mick's going to win unless there's a big mistake in this final corner. Quick Mick's driven. Well, I think Gravedigger's been maybe the most consistent driver, but Quick Mick's got it done when it counted. It's P1 for Quick Mick, P2 for Gravedigger, P3 for Mr. Neon, P4 for Emotive Carrot. Days Freak gets P5, Pemrose P6, Stars P7, Mr. Admiral P8. Brick Grit crosses a 9 for P10, and old Manzi. Old Manzi. He's taking the checkered flag, so it's okay. He doesn't score points though, which means that Quick Mick has now thrown himself back into contention with winning the Drivers' Championship, which I'm sure he'll be absolutely thrilled with. Brick Grit gets Driver of the Day. Nifty Nasri reckons it was Pemrose. Was it the 6 pit stop strategy that sold you on it, Nasri? It's somewhat of a familiar sight, seeing Quick Mick up there. It's sort of sea-like at the moment. What's that noise? I don't know. What noise? I'm going to turn everything up. I don't hear anything. Oh! There's something going chick 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 chick, isn't there? Oh dear, that's ruined it. Hold on. Okay, so I pulled my mic out and it didn't actually improve anything. Oh, that's really bad. I don't think we're going to do the interviews today because that noise is absolutely dreadful. Oh god, yeah, I can hear it. That's horrible. Well, thank you for assisting and watching this race of round 8 in China. Congratulations on the winners, Quick Mick, Gravedigger and Mr. Neon. I am going to end the stream there though because that noise is horrible and I don't think anyone wants to listen to the interviews with that noise. Let me just check if it's still here. Yeah, the noise is still there. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the race, everybody, and I will see you next week for what I think is... Let me just check the calendar. Have they changed the calendar again? It's the calendar's on the website now, isn't it? It is. Next, we have Singapore. So that'll be an interesting one. Let's see how Division 4 navigates Singapore. I will see you next week for that race. And thank you very much for watching. See you next week.